Hey there, Robin Thompson with Powerful Practice. I am here with Jenny Huang of Project Parent and very proud of Jenny's results here. She has launched a coaching program this year. And why don't you tell me what's happened in the last, we're celebrating five sales in the last 10 days, something
Yes,
like that. Very good.
yes.
Very good. So that's a great result. Why don't you tell us about the program and what it is that you're helping people do?
Well, I'm targeting reaching parents of teens who are struggling and often aren't finding the help that they need in therapy. And so it's been really great because I've been able to reach such a large number of people, especially through my social media strategy, which has been like surprisingly rewarding. It wasn't something I expected actually when we started this whole process. I was thinking more about the coaching program itself, but it's like a nice benefit on top of it that I've enjoyed a lot. And so it's and let me think. What's the part that has been really so helpful from you has been getting the guidance around, where I need to push and what I need to let go of and where I need to focus. Because a lot of times, what my clinical instinct would be completely opposite of what was needed from the consulting coaching business side. So I appreciate your guidance around that.
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense. So,
Yeah.
so you're helping parents of teenagers who are, just it's a war zone in the house, and you're helping
Yes,
them.
dire straits. I mean, parents saying to me things like, my child is ruining the entire family. And they're getting results where, so the way I set it up is at the first, in the beginning, the middle, and the end, we have three one-on-one coaching sessions that happen. And what always has happened now is that halfway through, parents end up adding more goals to their list because surprisingly, they've already been able to achieve things that they set out at the first meeting. So it's pretty cool to see.
Fantastic. Now, did you have like worries or concerns about putting together the content for your program? I mean, at the beginning, or did it flow fairly naturally for you?
Once I could get comfortable with the niche, and really thinking through, once I could commit to it,
Hmm.
um, the content came very easily. And
Hmm.
actually it turned into a really fun creative process for me, which again, that was also an unanticipated surprise.
Very good. What was like the biggest stumbling block that you would say you had to get through in order to get your program launched or to bring it, or you could answer it in order to get your program to the point of success right here? What was the stumbling block you had to push through?
My own instincts and beliefs around what I thought was possible,
Hmm.
because I think I was aiming way too low.
Hmm.
And I think that it was really easy for me to underestimate how much change people can accomplish in a non-clinical way. I
Hmm.
think I had a very rigid mindset in terms of the ways that people could be helped. Um, and so it's just been so powerful to see how you can reach people sooner in a way that's not therapeutic, but has an educational coaching component to it. And it's so powerful for them. That's been really, it's so to have my worldview really blown open that way has been
Hmm.
huge.
Very good. Well, five sales in the last 10 days is awesome, and it's a good
Yes.
testament to the content strategy that we put together. Because
Yes.
it wasn't the very first thing that we tried. I mean, your first couple of sales were like referrals, right?
Yeah.
And then there
Yeah.
was a period of time where we felt like we were pedaling uphill, just sort of trying different things. And
Mm,
that was a tough time, but I really salute the resilience that you had at that point. And then
thank you.
then you hit it. I mean, I said, why don't you try these videos?
Yes.
And then you did, and you put them out on, I think, all the platforms, and it was TikTok that took off for you, right?
It was, and it was the last place I thought I would. I didn't even. I had a TikTok that my daughter helped me set up, like a couple years ago, and then I haven't even looked at it. And you had said put them everywhere you have an account, so that's why I happened to throw some onto TikTok, and then I was getting frustrated with Instagram and at the same time, everything kind of started moving on TikTok. And then I started getting inquiries coming in from TikTok. And so, you told me to double down. And so I did. And it's been
Yep.
going really well. It's been going really well.
Very good. Well, I'm super happy for you. I'm super happy for the result. What would you say? What advice would you have to the person? Because people who are watching these videos are people
Mm-hmm.
who have usually stumbled across me,
Mm-hmm.
and they're probably having trouble believing
Ah,
that this is possible or it can
uh-huh.
be done, or believing in themselves as the one who can do it. What kind of a message would you have, therapist to therapist, or psychologist to therapist, or I should say mental health professional to
It's
mental
just a
health
mental health.
professional? What would you tell them if I wasn't here? So just
Mm-hmm.
don't look at me anymore.
Okay.
And
Okay.
like, let's say a therapist called you and said, "Hey, Jenny, is this should I do this? Is this for real? Is this something that can really work?" What would be your message for them?
Absolutely. Like do it now. Do it now. It's the best money I've spent. Because when I found you, I was getting to a place where I was pretty burned out in my clinical practice. And actually what has happened is as I've been growing this coaching business, I've had more energy for my clinical practice too. Um, and so you absolutely have to do the program. Robin is so good at getting people, like getting me focused on what matters. And and being very pragmatic about it. I think that's what I've appreciated the most is because it's so easy for therapists to get caught in really broad ideals of how to help people and how to translate that into like an actual 3D thing that you can have a transaction over is just has been so tremendous in that guidance. I couldn't have done it without Robin. So do
Very
it.
good.
Do
Well,
it now.
thank you. I'm really proud of you. And it was, you're the one who got out there and did it. And you're the one who stuck in and dug in and sort of
Mhm.
believed in yourself and your capabilities and everything you had to bring to the table. So I definitely salute you for that.
Well, thanks, Robin.